So they were gonna give me some morphine, because by then it was, I think I said 3 or 4 in the morning. So I had been up almost 12 hours, or 24 hours. Sorry, almost 24 hours. And they were going to give me some morphine so I could get some rest, so I would have some energy when I had hard labor. And I've had morphine one time before, when I had my back surgery, and it made me throw up. So what did it do this time? It made me throw up. So instead of having that wonderful break between contractions where I feel fine, I felt nauseous and sick to my stomach and was throwing up water, which you can't really catch water in a dish or anything. It bounces right off, right in and out. Definitely got my mom completely wet. Sick. So after that didn't work, I didn't get any rest at all. They asked me if I wanted to go in the tub, and I was like, sure, it can't hurt or anything, and whatnot. I'm like, it can only help. I mean, it's not going to make it any worse. So I think I went in the tub 2 times, which relieved a lot of pain on my back. Because they were thinking I was going to have a lot of back pain because my back is fused. So that did really help a lot. So that did really help a lot. And then the second time I got out of the tub, they're like, well, we should check you and see how far along you are. And I think by then it was probably, I don't know, 8:30. And no, it had been later than that. It must have been like 9:30. And she's like, well, we'll check ya. And she said I was 9 centimeters already. When I had gotten out of the tub the first time, I think she said I was 4 to 6. I don't really remember. I was in a lot of pain. And I was 9 centimeters, but my water hadn't broken yet. Which, I don't know how that cannot happen when you're 9 centimeters and your water hasn't broken yet, because you're pretty stretched out by then. And so they broke my water, and all this fluid came out. It was disgusting. I was like, oh my god, I feel like I just wet myself. And then she's like, well, whenever you feel ready to push, or you feel like pushing, go ahead and tell us, and we'll start pushing. And I was like, wow, this is really gonna get started now. And by then I was so tired, and I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough energy to push him out. And I never wanted to have a C-section. The thought of being cut open again, I just didn't like it, and I wouldn't be conscious to see Aiden be born, really. They would have to put me completely out, because I can't have any spinal drugs, which you would numb you from like your neck down, because my back is fused and they can't get to that nerve. So I'd have to be put completely out, and it would suck. So all of a sudden I got this urge, and you know when you have to push, you just know. And I'm like, I have to push. Which I'm glad I haven't had any drugs besides the morphine, and the morphine didn't help with the pain at all. Because I don't know why. And I don't know how people who do have drugs know how to push or when to push. Because they're numb down there. But you think, I'm not going to know how to push. I don't know how to push a baby out. You know. You'll know. Your body will tell you. It's basically just like you're having a bowel movement that's 7 pounds and coming out of the wrong hole. So we start pushing, and I pushed him out in 21 minutes, and I was in labor completely for 21 hours. Yeah. When he came out, it was pretty disgusting. All this blood and liquid came out. Oh, it felt gross. And the awesome thing about the second he came out was all that pain you were having, gone. All of it, gone. In that split instant when he is brought into the world, all of your pain is completely gone. I don't know if it was because that 7 pounds is out of you, or if because you have that euphoric feeling of, I just gave birth to a child, and he's a part of me. That whole feeling. But I felt so much better. But the thing they don't tell you is, after that, every hour, they get to come into your room and massage, they say massage your lower abdomen on your uterus to make sure it's contracting back down. And when they do that, it hurts like hell, like you're having another freaking contraction. And when they do that, all this blood comes out of you. And you feel like a freaking dirty person. Because every time they do that, and you have blood everywhere, and you are bleeding profusely, you feel like you're like somebody shot you in your vagina. Like, you bleed so much. And I was never told that I was going to bleed that much. Or that you're going to bleed for like weeks, a month after you've had him. I was never told that. That's not the greatest thing. It's like having a month-long period. And your emotions skyrocket. I'm lucky enough that I didn't have postpartum depression, because I thought I was going to real bad, because I have, regular depression, and depression runs in my family, kind of. But it was amazing. After he was born, it was awesome. My midwife was the best. My family was so supportive and everything, and I felt completely safe. Yes, I was scared that somehow Lee or his family was going to show up and cause me stress, which is the least thing I needed at that moment. But those nurses were completely awesome and wonderful, and they made me feel safe and very welcome, and that me and Aiden were really special. And I couldn't have asked for a more greater experience. And now I have this wonderful bundle of joy. Look at him. And he's all I need. He keeps me happy. And I love him to death. I wouldn't trade him for anything in the world. Yes, the circumstances were bad, but the end result, pretty gosh darn cute. I was never a condoner of teen pregnancies. I'm still not. What I did was very stupid. What happened was very stupid. And I wish it hadn't happened, but it doesn't mean I love Aiden any less. I love him with all my heart. I just wish his father... I thought that when I got pregnant, I was scared. I cried my eyes out the second I found out. I was like, oh no, what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen to me. How is my life going to change because of this? I had dropped out of college. I moved into Lee's house with his mom and stayed there for 3 months. A little less than 3 months. And I thought, maybe this will be a good thing. Maybe the baby will make him change. Maybe he'll finally change for good. Because we're bringing a child into this world. I was wrong. And now he's in jail for stupid things he's done after we broke up. And some of those things may cause him not to see Aiden until he's 18 years of age. Depending on what the courts say. Which is sad, because I really want Aiden to know his father. Though his father could have a negative influence on him, I'll be there to monitor it, and how much he gets to see him, hopefully, if the court goes my way. Which it should, with how much he's done. But if you're young and you want a kid, think it through. When you have a kid, you kind of really lose all your free time for yourself, because your life revolves around a little one. They're needing you to change their diaper, feed them, love them, care for them, give them what they need. If they're cold, give them a blanket. If they're hungry, feed them. If they just want to be held, hold them. Young people aren't made to take care of children. We're not mature enough yet. So please, if any of you out here are still young, protect yourself. And if somehow you do become pregnant, inform yourself. Get as much information as you can so you're prepared. Get all the books, get everything. Start working as hard as you can. I worked up until the day before I had him. The day before I had him. Just so I could have enough money to help support him. There are programs out there that help you. There's WIC, there's food stamps if you live on your own. There's a lot of stuff. There's insurance that you don't have to pay for. There's a lot of stuff out there that can help. But please, first and foremost, protect yourself. Thank you for letting me share my story with you. I hope it's brought a light to some of you and makes you think a little bit about pregnancy, about babies, about teen pregnancy, whatever. I just hope it made you think a little bit. Those of you who may not have had children yet, or are planning to have children in the future. Just a little insight to what might happen. I'm happy Aiden's in my life. I love him to death. I can't wait to see him grow up. Having children is a wonderful experience. I just wish it could have been a little later in my life. But I believe that everything happens for a reason. And I believe Aiden's here to make me grow up. Because I was never ready to grow up. I was like Peter Pan. I don't want to grow up. I won't grow up. And, I mean, I'll still be a kid at heart. But physically and mentally, I've matured a lot. So sometimes my mom won't agree. I've matured a lot. And I'm kind of proud of myself through the way I've dealt with this. I wish I could be living on my own, supporting Aiden on my own, but I can't just yet. But hopefully soon I can get on my own and me and Aiden can have our life together. That sounds slightly wrong, but so me and Aiden can live on our own, and I can watch him grow up and tell him about his father and about the good times and the bad, but so that he knows his father wasn't bad all the time. Thank you for watching. Bye.